Welcome back to 6 News at 5. Time to take a look at your weather. And we're starting off with your totals for today. And yes, you're reading that correctly. We did hit 72 today. However, that was before the cold front came in and the winds gusted up to about 25 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. That was a little bit earlier. Started off the day at 53, so not a huge spread there because, again, that cold front came in, cut off our heating for the day and stopped us in our tracks and then started sending things the other direction. Here in the 5 o'clock hour, we're already seeing temperatures down to the lower 50s from Temple to Marlin and Killeen, 52 right now in Gatesville, a few 40s popping up in our far northern counties, and then again, now starting to see those upper 50s pop into the Brazos Valley, but going to be a little bit slower to cool down there because they got a little bit more heat today. The cold front took a little bit longer to get through that part of the viewing area. As for the wind speeds right now, still pretty breezy to gusty right now. These are sustained winds. We're still seeing 20-mile-an-hour readings out of Hamilton and Meridian there. The rest of us 15 to 20 miles per hour. Again, these are not gusts. These are the sustained winds. So, of course, you can expect gusts to be a little bit higher than that. Now, the good news is here over the next several hours, we're going to start to see things calm down, and as we head through the overnight hours, it's actually going to be pretty calm around the area, but it is going to be chilly because obviously with the cold front having come through, north winds in place, we're not going to have any issues cooling down tonight. So you can see there down to about 52 by the time we get to 9 o'clock, down to about 50 by the time we get to 10, and then we're already into the 40s as we approach midnight. So yeah, tomorrow morning going to be pretty chilly. In fact, temperatures are going to be the upper 30s, lower 40s. Now, if you're like me and you have a 7 a.m. tea time tomorrow, make sure you put on the outerwear as well before you head out because it's going to be chilly. Not going to be too bad though. By the time we get to about 10, 11 o'clock, we're going to start to see things warm up into the 60s by the early afternoon, mid 60s there by the time we hit about the 4 or 5 o'clock hour tomorrow afternoon. Now I want to show you the winds here. Things are going to calm down for us tomorrow. So again, if you've got morning plans tomorrow, not a big deal here, but notice what happens as we head towards Tuesday night and into Wednesday. We're starting to see things really pick up in our western counties. This is going to be a southwest wind that moves through the area, and it's going to be pretty breezy as we head into Wednesday. So we're going to be very warm on Wednesday because of that southwest wind, and it's not going to be super comfortable because we're going to be dealing with a pretty warm airflow as well with winds up to about 25 miles per hour there. Here comes our next cold front though. By Wednesday night, it's going to knock us well down, going to bring those temperatures or keep those wind speeds pretty elevated, knock the temperatures down a little bit as we head into your Thanksgiving. Here we go. Here's the roller coaster ride. 67, 82 by Wednesday. I told you those southwest winds were going to keep us very warm, but then that cold front comes through, and by Thanksgiving, still breezy to windy, north about 15 to 20 miles per hour, those gusts as high as 30 miles per hour, and then we're only going to top out around 61 for your Thanksgiving, which, by the way, is pretty standard for Thanksgiving around here, so keep that in mind. Now, with all these cold fronts, all this bouncing, are we going to see any rain? Well, unfortunately, the answer to that question is a resounding no. Here's our forecast for the next few days. We're going to stay dry with these cold fronts. I know we don't want rain to interfere with Thanksgiving, but we do still need some rain. So if we could get some at some point, that would be great. But as you saw there, no rain in the forecast as we head through the next several days. As far as your 7-day forecast goes, again, there's your headlines. We showed it to you earlier. We're going to bounce a little bit. Here's that 7-day forecast again. Staying in the 60s once we get past Wednesday, but even then we have a little bit of a bump on Saturday before things come back down, and more Canadian air moving in for next week could have us even chillier. Remember, if you need your forecast on your time, you can download our free 6 Plus app. That's on our own Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV as well.